Okay, this is the 18th day of the juice fast wrap up, and today was a good day. I got up, had some pineapple orange juice, which I would highly recommend as a breakfast. It's like really satisfying, really sweet, so good. And I had my day plan, and then Gary called and he said, "Do you want to go to Burlington?" He wanted to get a fryer, an outdoor electric fryer that was on sale at this place called Farm King. And I wanted to go. He had mentioned it the other day. I didn't know we were going today. So I just, cleared the decks, ran off, got my car as fast as I could. I had a few things to take care of before I got in the car and then started driving down there. And just as I was rounding the corner, getting out of town, I realized, oh, you forgot your juice. But I wasn't going to go back because I had dilly-dallied enough at home and it was like, you got to get there. So, but I wasn't hungry because I had that orange pineapple juice. It was so satisfying. And I just wasn't thinking about food. I had a little coffee with me, black coffee, and I thought it'd be good to go. And then I thought, I had my escape plan. If I got really hungry, have a V8, you know. But as it turned out, I wasn't hungry, I just still sipped on my coffee now and then, and I meditated in the truck or the car going over to this town, and we got there and we walked around, had a good time, and then as I was leaving, I just wanted something like I had gotten a sugar straw or stick, kind of like a something that you stick into lemons sometimes. They're like they have candy cane kind of things, but it's just one stick. I wanted something like that because you can really suck on them for like a long time. They last a long time. I just wanted something a little tasty in my mouth. So I found a really big round lollipop, one of those big round ones, and it was papaya. And it lasted a long time. And it just hit the spot. It was just like a little flavor, something to occupy my brain. And so that worked. And then I drove to Gary's, then I drove all the way home. And by the time I was hitting my town, I was like, I'm going to hit some juice when I get in the house. And I did. I had a lot of juice in the fridge. And I had a lot of juice, and I was good. And then I had some work to do, did that. And then I knew I had to juice up some tomato juice because I was out of tomato juice, did that, juiced up a mess of it, drank it down. It was delicious. And I noticed that in the refrigerator, I have glass jars that I keep the juice in. And then I have about 5 of them now with just a little something in there. And I'll have to drink that. You mix it up with something fresh, and because I really hate to throw out juice, even though it's not real fresh. Some of it's probably 4 days old, but I just hate to throw juice out. So much trouble to juice it. And I didn't do the compost digging today because I was away. That's okay, but I did. I had picked a lot of cherries. I had like a small bucket of cherries, and Gary said he didn't want them. And so I thought, well, I'll dehydrate them because I'm not going to eat them. But in order to dehydrate them, you have to pit them. And I was at some store, the Dutchman store, the Mennonite store, and they had a cherry pitter for about 20 bucks, but I didn't have 20 bucks at the time. So I had to literally sit there and pit all these cherries. I didn't have to, but I didn't want the cherries to go to waste. It took about 2 hours. And then I put them in the dehydrator, and now I have the dehydrator on. I turned it off before I started the video because it's noisy. It's also casts off a lot of heat, and so I have to turn the air conditioner on when I have the dehydrator on. So it's really, these are expensive cherries. With all the electricity for the dehydrator. There is a way to dehydrate fruit, vegetables in the sun. I'm going to look into that. I think it's basically 2 mesh screens with some clamps. See if I can figure out one of those. Because, it's casts off heat. You have to adjust your heat. You have to pay for that. So anyway, and the other thing is I had another unexpected expense. I had this like duplicate finder for my computer. It just hit on my bank account. It's like 20 bucks. It's like I hate when that happens. It's an annual script. I hate annual subscriptions that I'm unaware of that come up and then you know, that was really annoying, and I hope I don't get another one. I should look into that because sometimes I get them for both computers, and it's $40. I have to look into that. I'm glad I thought of that. Anyway, so I'm really running low on cash. I'm gonna have to get really creative about that, and also just be really mindful of how much I spend, how little I can spend, and still be satisfied on the Juice Fast. That's my goal. So it's today's day 18. I think tomorrow is day 19 is actually the first day of 12, 12 left. And Juice Fast is fine. It's just a little logistics around it. That's what's difficult. Planning ahead, remembering to take juice when I go on a trip, little stuff like that. So that's it. That's my wrap up for day 18, 30-day Juice Fast, June 2021.